Promised to get you the best coverage of the 2015 Cricket World Cup, we get you an exclusive chat with Australian captain Michael Clarke. In his first interview to any Indian channel, Clarke spoke about his return from the injury and India's chances to defend their title. Our consulting editor sports, Boria Majumdar, caught up with him in Adelaide ahead of the Australia's first match of the World Cup against England. Let's listen in.
Now this is a very special interview. Australian captain Michael Clarke on a comeback trail, almost there for the World Cup, elevated himself to a different pedestal in the cricketing world after what happened to Phil Hughes. The whole world realized that this man is there for the game and has given the game more respect. Talking to an Indian news channel for the first and only time on the eve of the World Cup. Michael, first question, how are you doing?
I'm doing really well, thank you. It's been obviously a tough 8 weeks in regards to getting my preparation up to the standard of being able to walk back onto the field for Australia. But I'm really pleased. I think I've had a lot of help and support from the Australian medical staff to people back at home, to my family that have stuck by me through what's been a tough time. 8 hours a day of non-stop rehab and strength, but I'm fit and healthy, and I'm really excited about walking back onto the field for Australia.
Right through the summer, Michael, you have played against India, you have observed India, you have commentated against when the Melbourne Test match was being played. How do you see them? Do you actually give them any chance? Or because back home people have almost written them off, thinking that they've not won anything in this tour so far. The Australian summer has been miserable except that match against Afghanistan. Do you see India having any chance as defending champions going forward into this tournament?
I think they have a big chance. I think one of their great advantages is they've been in Australia for such a long period of time. I know what it's like when you travel abroad. You miss home and you like to spend time at home, but in regards to preparation for this tournament, it couldn't be any better for India in regards to seeing conditions, being in Australia, acclimatising, knowing the wicket that you're batting on or bowling on.
You've mentioned Virat. Let me ask you about Virat. He had a great test series, scored a number of hundreds, was batting in sublime form. But since then we've seen a temporary slump in form. Do you think it's sort of alarming? Do you think it's a cause of worry, or class is permanent and he'll make a comeback, right when it matters, and the big stage is for the big man?
Oh, he's a star. He's a great player. He'll make runs no matter where he bats in the order. I think what MS is doing is trying to work out what's best for the team and batting the order, having the order set that way, and that's probably exactly what I do as captain. It's not necessarily best for me to bat at number 4. Personally, I'd prefer to open the batting, but it's best for the team for me to bat at 4, so that's where you bat. I think it's not about the individual, it's about what's best for the team.
I'm sure you will enjoy your cricket, I'm sure you will do well. All I hope is when you come to that final at the MCG, it's Australia versus India.
Thank
you very, very much, Michael Clarke, for talking to me.
Thanks very much.
Now that's Michael. I mean, one hopes he does well because he's a great ambassador for this game of cricket. He's given us a lot of very, very good memories. Only hope is he doesn't do that against India. Thanks for watching.
Okay, Boria Majumdar, a consulting editor sports, is now on the phone line with us. Boria, what fun you're having there in Adelaide. Just take us through what really are the key points here in this particular interview, and also what should we expect next from you particularly?
We will get you the best coverage, Sanket. So from me, you can expect more interviews. We will speak to more Australians and more world stars over the next few days. So keep expecting exclusives. As far as this interview is concerned, 4 key pointers from me. Michael Clarke was scathing about the local Australian press. I mean, before a World Cup, you don't expect a home captain to be as scathing as Michael Clarke was. He used the words like, I've told my players, don't listen to the press, don't read the press, don't watch television, because they're unnecessarily critical. He dismissed all rumors about a possible rift between him and Steve Smith. He said he said the media had no knowledge of the fact that he was constantly in touch. He went on to say Mahendra Singh Dhoni is the best man to lead India. Virat will learn a lot being his deputy. He also said that India has a great chance, as you played out. And he finished off naming 3 cricketers who are his picks for this World Cup: Mitchell Johnson, AB de Villiers, and interestingly Virat Kohli, despite the slump in form. You will get to see the whole interview, Sanket, I'm sure, but it's terrific to chat up with the Australian captain for close to an hour.
Absolutely. Boria Majumdar enjoying himself in Australia, and also will be getting us all the latest from the Cricket World Cup. Thanks very much, Boria.